70 columns. Now let's have a info part of this. Okay, now we will do one thing. We will create one variable ds4 is equals to ds3. Okay, and then we will display ds4. Okay, so we have copied this all this you can say the variable 70 lines into the ds4. Now let's see that runtime. If you want to change the data type of any column, okay, then how you can do it. Okay, so let me give you, or let me explain you it with the example. Let's say ds4 of let's have a look at the column name. Okay, for example, age. Okay, so in age we have used float 16. Okay, so ds4 of age equals to ds4 of age dot. Okay, and then we will use s type. Okay, and then we will specify that np.int8. Here you people know that pandas exhaustively use the implementation of numpy for manipulating multidimensional data or multidimensional array. Okay, so let's try to implement this with all other. Okay, so let's say we are having total 12. Out of 12, let's change the you can say 8 to 10 variables. Okay, after age, next is anemia. Now here you see anemia. If you carefully observe the data type of anemia, okay, then value of anemia, okay, then either it is 0 or it is 1. Okay, so what we can do for that, there is a special data type known as category. Okay, so for that, let's say we can use category. Okay, now similarly for this we will keep it as it is. For diabetes you can say either it is 1 or 0. Okay, so for diabetes also we can use the category data type. Okay, similarly if you look at this, then high blood pressure. So for high blood pressure as well we can use the category. So let me put high blood pressure, and let's say this type we will put category. Okay, after high blood pressure okay, next is gender and smoking. So let's convert gender into category. Okay, and then you can say smoking into category. Okay, similarly death event is also there. So for that death event also we will make it category. Clear? Now let's try to look the detail of newly created data set. Okay, here you can see previously data size was 6.5. Okay, and after optimizing all these into category it becomes 6. So similarly here we have, for time we have used integer 64. So that time we can convert it into the, let's say, integer 8. Okay, if we carefully look at the value, let's have a look at the summary. Let's say ds dot describe dot t. Now if we look at the time, okay, then what is the minimum value? Minimum value is 4 and maximum value is 186. So for that we can use integer 8. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's convert this time into integer 8. So time and here we will specify np dot int8. Okay, now if we look at the serum sodium value, okay, then serum sodium minimum value is 4 and maximum value is 146. Okay, so for that also we can do one thing, that for serum sodium as well we can convert it into the np.int8. So let's do one thing. Let's convert this serum sodium into int8. Here you can see it is reduced to 5.3 kb. Okay, so similarly, by looking at the range of this attribute number 3, that is creatinine, okay, and ejection fraction, so you can convert them into the let's say integer 8 or integer 16. Let's say creatinine. So what is the minimum value? 23 and maximum value is 7861. Okay, so for this we have to use 32-bit. Okay, so this is how you can optimize your selected data to fit into the memory, so you can accommodate more amount of data into your you can say memory. Now original data set we have retrieved into DS, so let's execute it once again so we can have idea. Yes, here 200 rows are there and 13 columns are there. Let's remove this. So let's try to read all the data. Okay, and then if you look at this, then here you can see that we will get, okay, then here you can see total 299 rows are there. Okay, so let's execute it again here. So yes, now we are having 299 rows into the DS. Now let's say if you want to filter a data set, okay, so you want to select, let's say, certain number of rows from existing data set based on the specific column name. Okay, let's say I want to here we want to select the here we want to filter the rows based on the, let's say, creatinine column name. Okay, so what we can do, let's say we want to select largest or we want to select 100 rows which are having the largest value. Okay, so how we can do it? First we have to store entire data set based on the creatinine, and then we will select first 100 rows. Okay, so for that also there is a function that is known as nlargest. So let's do one thing, that in DS5, okay, so DS5 is equals to DS dot nlargest. Okay, and then we will specify that how many rows we want to select out of 299. Okay, so let's say we want to select 70 or 80 rows. Okay, and here selection criteria will be creatinine. Okay, so first of all the entire data set will be sorted using creatinine column name in descending order, and then top 80 rows will be selected. Okay, so and that data set will be stored into DS5. So then we will display it. Okay, so here you can see it will be sorted based on the column creatinine phosphokinase, and then it will be stored here. When our sorting will be done, the index of this selected item will be changed. Now similarly, let's say I want to select certain number of rows based on the platelet, okay, but with minimum value. So for that there is a n smallest. Okay, so how we can do it? Let's say ds6 is equals to ds dot n smallest. Okay, then same thing we will we have done in previous example. So we specify that we want to select 80 rows, and the name of the column will be platelet. So here, and then we will display it. So here you can see, whenever we will use n smallest function, then database or data set will be, or data frame will be sorted in ascending order. Okay, and top 80 rows will be selected. Whenever we are specifying n largest, okay, then data set will be sorted in descending order, and then whatever number of rows we have specified, it will be selected